Hi, Val.
Hi, Vivien.
Hello, everyone. We're going to do a V-gridding tutorial today. We're going to do this, Val, because this V-gridding was developed after the old crystal surgery 1, 2, and 3, and is now something that people don't know that much about and don't have that much experience of. So this over here, folks, this is V-gridding. There it is in the book. And what I want to point out is that it only goes north-south. It doesn't go east-west. And there's a midline, and then a body line, and then a between body and arm line, and then an arm line. So there are 3 lines to the right of the midline and 3 lines that you do for V-gridding to the left of the grid line. And the thing with V-gridding is that you change the way you're angling the crystals under certain circumstances, and that's part of what we want to point out today, is when and how to change those angles and how to understand where the V is. So should we begin with that? Where's the V?
Sounds good.
All right. Let's start with that. So a little bit tricky until you get it. Once you've got it, it's clear. But it can be a little bit hard to understand. Here I have diopside in my right hand and Thunder Bay amethyst in my left hand. And this is an ideal pair for doing V-gridding. So you first determine the active points. Okay? So this is an active point. It's even made nice and red. It's like especially highlighted by the natural world. And this is an active point, and a special growth active point jutting out from the rest of the crystals. So you can see I've got 2 very clear active points on these crystals. And the thing is that you can angle crystals so that their active points meet each other.
Okay.
But in V-gridding, you angle the points so that they meet each other. If you will put your finger there, please, Val.
Okay.
All right. I'm angling the points so that the points meet each other and merge their energies where Val's finger is. That is the point of connection between the crystals in a V-grid. And so when I want to make a line all the way down Di's body this way, and then all the way down to there, I have to angle the crystals like so that they're meeting on her physical body at that midline. You see what I'm doing? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you could come over here on this side, and if you could put your finger here, and then keep moving the finger, so you're going to have to walk down as I walk down. And so move your finger to where the V-grid line is meeting on Di's body. Go down onto the physical body, you see. It's not in the energy field. That's exactly what I needed to demonstrate. So I have to angle. That's it. I understand, but go closer to the physical body.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Good. That's it. That's it. We did it. All right. So that's the whole thing. Let's do that again because it was hard, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay. So when I angle the crystals, that's where they're meeting. Yeah. Go down onto her head.
Okay.
That's it.
Right there.
Yes. Now let's go off the energy field because we want to really start here. I mean, into the energy field, off the physical body. Okay. Right. Now come and now go onto her physical body. That's it. Onto the physical body. Put your finger on her physical body and trace it down the midline of the physical body. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Good. All right. It was not perfectly synchronized, but I think we got the point across. The point is that the active point of the crystal must hit the physical body on the midline, both active points hitting that same spot. That's where their two energies are connecting, merging, and creating a synergy. Okay. And that's the whole point in V-gridding, is to get the chemistry of this crystal and the physics of this crystal and the chemistry of this crystal and the physics of this crystal to meet in a position.
Okay, so they're
it's on those lines.
infusing there.
Not necessarily infusing, they are acting there.
Okay.
Depending on the crystal, a different action could be happening.
Okay.
But they are merging their energies there, creating their synergy there. So it's like you put your salt and pepper in the soup so that the salt and pepper combine with the soup to create a flavor.
Okay.
It's a chemical reaction that we're looking for.
Okay.
And that's the point you want to remember. You want to get these two crystals, their active points, to hit the same area simultaneously so that they can create a different chemistry from one crystal on its own.
Okay.
Got it?
And then were you holding them about 4 inches apart, or?
You're angling that this point is running down to there.
Okay.
And this point is running down to there.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to go further away to make sure
Okay.
that those points are hitting correctly. And sometimes you can come in closer. So it's not how far you are away, it's whether you've got the angle correct. That's the V. Look, there's the V from there to the other point. Here, you do the V for me. No, you inscribe the V.
So.
You hold this. You hold the crystals. I'll inscribe the V. Angle it really. You need to know where you're angling it. Like at the moment, you're hoping to get it right, right? I want you to point each crystal at this point. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have. Here's the V.
Okay.
There's the V. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you open up a V grid, when you're here at the legs, the V begins like this, but then you flatten it so it's not a V, it's a line through the leg.
Okay. So up through this point, it's a V, and then you flatten.
No. You do this, and I will show it.
Okay.
And then at a later stage, you open up the V and you work, and then you even work the V through this. Because again, you're asking the crystal points to connect with each other.
Okay.
Let's show that in the book. So the thing I'm trying to explain, Val, is that we do V-gridding initially along these lines. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got that? The north-south lines.
Yes.
And it's 7 grid lines.
Okay.
And you can repeat them. It's not like you only do the move 7 times. You can repeat them, and I will demonstrate.
Okay.
But after that, you also do the legs. You open up the V, and you get the crystals to connect, and you flatten the V, and you do the legs in a different way. And that is explained here in the book.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is make a video that explains these 3 diagrams a little bit more clearly.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. Okay, excellent. Good, I hope you're able to follow along. So, shall I demonstrate it?
Yes.
All right. If you want to stand over there, that's going to be a good spot. And we may want to refine your capacity to see where I'm beginning, but you do want to begin over here in the energy field. Okay, so I'm about 12 inches from her crown chakra on the physical body over here. And then this part, I didn't realize is a skill, but I walk backwards basically. Like that.
Okay.
And then sometimes you need to dip in the bowl. Sometimes you don't. It depends if you're clearing.
Okay.
If you're clearing, you dip in the bowl. If you're adding, there's nothing to clear. You've been using the crystals to add chemistry into the energy field and indirectly into the physical body. There's nothing to clear. You're adding, not clearing. The action of these two, the Thunder Bay Amethyst and the upside, has a slight clearing action, so it's good to clear. Okay, so I'll do that. I typically do this 3 times. This is doing the midline, you see. And the key is to hold the arms steady. I'll do it one more time and I'll explain. I hold my arms steady and I just let them go with my legs.
Okay.
So it's just my legs walking.
Okay.
I don't have to do anything here.
Okay.
So that's right. This is stable and so on. And I come here, I start then and I do along the body line. See? Easy. And I do that 3 times. And this is for relaxing irritable fascia. That's what this combo of stones does. One more time. Now, I'm glad that you're here to help today, Val, because when I do it, it looks so smooth and easy, and I don't want you to put that pressure on yourself, because it is actually hard to walk backwards like that.
Okay.
It is a skill that I learned, and I guess I learned it in Taekwondo or something. I didn't know that I could do something like that, and then I see people not able to do it the way I can do it, and I realize, oh no, that's something that I'm fortunate to be able to do. All right. So now between the body and the arm is the next grid line.
And you're starting at that same point.
That same point always.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like a ring
Okay.
that everything cascades from.
And then.
Then it's a ring above the crown chakra
Okay.
over there. And you want to get into that ring and bring the V-grid down from there. We'll make sure it's your turn. And then the last one is on the arm. And you see how I put the bowl here?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's convenient. It's the end of the grid line. And so it's very easy to clear the crystals from there. Okay, good. All right. Here we go. The arm. And you'll notice that I don't stop at the tips of her fingers. I go on beyond. So I don't stop here where her hand is. I take the line further down before I stop. And I do go up into the air as well, look, like this.
Kind of a bell curve.
And that's when I bend my elbows. That's at
Okay.
the end. There's a lot of physical movement that I don't even realize I've incorporated into it. Oh, I missed the ball, but I could feel that I'd missed the ball. There was a kinesthetic clarity to that. All right. Are you feeling anything there with these grid lines?
I could feel.
Yes.
I could feel the lines as you were going down. I could feel. I don't know what to call it.
The energy?
The energy, but I could feel the lines of energy going down.
And
my
you
body.
experienced it as an actual line.
Yes.
So you'll be able to tell whether Val is connecting correctly or not, because you could feel the
it.
lines happening. And was
Yes.
that every single time or just some of the times, Diane?
I really noticed it when you went down the center.
On the
Mostly.
midline?
The biggest.
Okay.
The mid, yeah.
Okay, so you start with the midline. Here's the stones. We're going to do this on that side. Okay, but start with the midline. It's always good to start with the midline. Tip in the bowl. Okay. Could you feel it, Diane?
Not as much.
Not
as I
as strongly
could
because
feel.
she's not
Yes.
angling them exactly correctly. So just make them more of a V. So that's more of a V. Right. So I'm going to suggest to you, I always thought in Taekwondo I wouldn't be able to see what the kids were doing and not doing correctly, but one of the things they do when they punch is they go overarm like this, and really a punch is underarm like that. Okay, you see my arm isn't doing, my shoulder isn't doing that. You've got your shoulder into the V-grid too much.
Okay.
You want to come in from underneath, and that is going to make a big difference. Watch, it's this, to exaggerate, you didn't look like that, versus this. That's upside down. But see how much, how this, instead of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need to
Take
change
it slowly.
my body.
Make sure that you're happy with how you're holding the crystals. It's really helpful for me to see you make a few errors, Val, so don't worry about that, because I don't know what's going to come naturally and what needs to be a skill that's learned, and you're helping me with that.
Okay.
Good. Different setup. Yeah, and Diane can feel the
that
difference.
Mm-hmm.
You can see she's nodding. It gives her a kinesthetic yes in her body, and you getting a better yes in your body, and that's what you want. And here's the thing, you can come up closer and start here, so you're not having to make this kind of movement, and I think you'll be even more comfortable. Okay? Give it a shot. Up, step, be upright, be more upright, go closer, step forward, that's it. And small steps, not too big at a time. That's right. Now that wasn't smooth in your body, but it was very smooth along the midline.
Okay.
That was the strongest connection,
Yeah, it was.
wasn't it?
It was.
Because you gave the crystals time to beam into the V.
Okay.
That was it, wasn't it?
That was it.
She wasn't off and away too quickly.
Right.
You see, if you pick up the thread when you're up here, the way I do, I can go fairly quickly because I know what it needs to feel like when I have the connection.
Okay.
You're learning the connection.
Okay.
Give yourself a bit more time. And I would not have known that without watching you. That was great. Okay. Do you want to do it one more time now that you got the... Do you want to do it from this side? It's a little bit easier to do the midline from, if you're right-handed, from the right. Just tip your left hand so you've got more of an angle. And let's even this out. Step closer to what you're doing. There. Now relax your shoulders. There you go. Now this is connecting here. This is where the connection is. Think about, there's your connection point. Okay. Now pull the connection down to her feet. You got it. Much better. Oh, that. You can feel it. You're whispering, say nice and loud, and you could feel it, right?
I feel it, definitely.
One more time. I love it.
I think when my shoulders are relaxed, I can feel more kinesthetically too.
Yes, because you want to experience the kinesthesia here in the middle of your body, and you can't. You're going to feel the blockage of your shoulders instead of what's happening. This is a stronger trigger for your kinesthetic awareness than the subtle energy that's supposed to be sensed in here. That's why you don't want that shoulder action.
Okay.
It's a specific reason. Very good. Pulling the thread down to her feet. Don't forget what you're doing. That's it. You got it. Wow. Wasn't that good?
I can feel that.
Yeah, that was nice. I could experience what you were doing to Diane in my body, and I could feel the fascia releasing through my middle here. And you felt that too.
I could feel the tingling going right down.
And that's what happens when you get that precision and you do the skill and the technique correctly. And that's why sometimes, even though it doesn't match the term surgery in terms of we're not operating on the energy body, or we're not cutting and doing something that's like a surgery in physical surgery, we are working with a precision that isn't asked for in general crystal healing, and that's what makes a crystal surgery in these instances. You're not cutting anyone open, but you're working with a precision of connection between the crystal tools and the energy field that needs to be very precise. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, so now you're going to do the body line.
Okay.
That's right. You start in the same central ring. You got it. What a difference. And then you do. Now the second one and the third one you can do a little bit more smoothly, a little bit more quickly, as long as the line is coming with you. There it is. It's almost like I can see the line appearing in the energy field. Oh, Val, it's making me so happy to see you getting more and more comfortable.
Yeah, I can definitely feel it more myself.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's great.
Good. That's what we want. You need to be experiencing it. Right. Okay. You need to do the line between, if you come stand here a moment, you need to do the line from that central ring between the arm and the physical body. That's the next line. All the way that way. Okay? Oh, that was the best one of all. It was smooth. Wow.
My coordination
Super
now.
duper. Yeah. Coordination star. Oh, and look, Diane's enjoying this so much. You've got nothing to say.
I can feel it.
This is the thing, when it's correct, and it's a completely different experience. Wow. Good one.
Okay.
All right. Now you do the arm. So you go from here, along the arm, and then up to about there.
Okay.
Good. Et voila! You did it!
There we go.
That's excellent! Well, I said I was going to show you how the V gridding works at the legs,
Okay.
at the lower legs. It's a little bit different. Here, what you want to do is to get the point of the one crystal to connect with the point of the other crystal through the tissue of the leg. Okay? So you start with a V like this. So the V is going here and then coming out here and meeting this crystal there. Okay? Got that?
Okay, so it's coming through.
Do a V through here.
Okay.
The V is coming through the leg.
Okay.
Show me the V. Okay, so when you inscribe the V, you go like so. Okay, do it again. All right. So that's how it begins, and then you open up the V as you come down the leg, so the points are meeting each other and through the foot, like so.
Okay.
You follow that?
Mm-hmm.
So now you flatten the V. That was a V, and then you flatten it out so it's a flat line, and the crystal points are meeting through the leg, the tissue of the leg. So you're there, and then you open it up, come through the foot like that. Okay? Then you actually do it like so, and you sweep it through to meet through the foot like that.
Oh, okay.
Like so. That's what those diagrams in the book are trying to depict.
Okay.
So it's this action and this action.
Make it look so smooth.
That's my job.
You do it well.
This action and this
And
action.
now you're just showing off.
I am showing off. But the thing is to get your arms to work together,
Okay.
and they're working together. If you can just come over here, turn around towards me. You're working through this part of your body. That's where the connection is in you.
Okay.
And then the stones are connecting in front of you through their points.
Okay.
Okay? Your turn on this leg. So at the moment the connection's going through your upper back here.
Okay.
It needs to go through your heart there. Go, take a step closer. That's it. Now have your, that's it.
There we
Now you're set up correctly. See how important the physical organization is.
It's my shoulders.
Well, it's your shoulders are the end of some other coordination pieces as well. Okay, that's good.
Now I can feel it.
Now you can feel it connecting.
Okay.
And you couldn't before?
I could feel it when you did it on this side, like instantly it was like zaps of energy from the knee all the way down to my foot.
Oh, very specific, yeah.
Very. And then when Val started, the first time I didn't feel it, but I could feel when you connected.
Okay.
So I was getting some of that.
Got to come through you correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just practice. You can see it's not complicated, but you do need to click. What are the important components of the skill? And then you have to practice that, and then you've got it. And once you got it, you got it.
Okay.
That's a great thing about learning. So slow down, get your connection, and do your graceful and elegant sweep. Now, on the V-grid. Much better. And take a step back as you get to the foot. You'll see it's nice. Ah!
I can feel, I can feel it slide up.
Yeah.
Feel the connection.
That space that you give is really important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do one more.
Very nice.
Feel that.
All right. Now, this one. Okay, so get a nice sweep back. Watch my arms. But you see, all of my energy is going, I love you, Diane.
Okay.
I bet she felt that differently. Ah,
Yeah.
and you're smiling. It's a kind of a dance, you see. Everything is a kind of a dance, isn't it?
Yes.
That's great. All right. Brilliant. All right. Now, actually, with this particular one, there's a before and after test that you can do. And we didn't do the before test, but this is something you can do if you're qualified to put hands on people in this kind of way, which I know you are.
Yes.
But before you do the V-gridding for these two, you can check to see how the physical fascia is behaving. And then afterwards, you can check to see if it's a little bit more stretchy. And it will be, you'll see she's going to have a lovely stretch now, but we didn't do the test beforehand. But you basically hold onto the lower leg here at the heels or at the ankles, and just simply lean back on your ankles, and you see if all of her comes with you and whether she has a nice stretchy effect that can reach into her neck. And look at her smiling, because she's all one piece. Her fascia's been smoothed out and it's all connected, and she's experiencing that, and that's what's bringing the smile to her face. And you can see by the movement of her eyes, she's kind of exploring her physical body to see where all she can feel the effect. It's lovely, isn't it, Diane? It is a super duper technique. Yeah, releasing and relaxing irritable fascia. Yeah, very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you.